The most expensive thought you will ever have in trading is not a prediction. It is not a hope. It is not even a fear. It is a story. A simple, convincing, deeply personal story. A story that feels so true, you don't even recognize it as fiction. It's the story you tell yourself when a position moves against you, when a stop loss is hit, when a sure thing turns to dust. You feel it in your chest, the tightening, the heat, and the mind, searching for a cause, lands on the most obvious villain. It's the market. The market did this. The market is against me. Let us examine this story with clear eyes. What does it mean for something to be against you? It implies intent, a will, a conscious desire to thwart you, to see you fail. It frames the event as a personal interaction, a conflict between you and another intelligence. But what is the market? Is it a person? Does it wake up in the morning, look at your account, and decide its plans for the day? No. The market is a phenomenon, an emergent effect. It is the collective, real-time outcome of millions of decisions, algorithms, fears, and hopes. It is a river of probability. It has no consciousness. It has no target. It has no capacity for or against. It simply is. When you personify it, when you give it a face and a motive, you step out of the world of probability and into the world of drama. Your own drama. So if the market is neutral, where does this powerful feeling of persecution come from? It comes from within. It is a projection. The pain of a loss is real. The frustration is real. But the mind, to make sense of this pain, needs a narrative, a why. And the easiest, most emotionally satisfying why is to externalize the cause, to point to a villain out there. This is a protective illusion. It is easier to blame an external force than to confront an internal truth. The internal truth is often, my analysis was incomplete, my execution was flawed, but my risk was mismanaged, or more deeply, I acted from fear, not from my edge. I hoped instead of calculated. That truth requires humility. It requires responsibility. The story, the market is against me, allows you to bypass that. It preserves the ego at the tremendous cost of never solving the real problem. You are not in a battle with the market. You are in a conversation with yourself. The market is merely the mirror, showing you which parts of yourself are still at war. This lie is not just a philosophical error. It has direct, destructive consequences. First, it paralyzes learning. If the cause of your loss is a malicious market, then the solution is, what? To outsmart a malicious entity? This leads to paranoia, conspiracy, and endlessly shifting strategies chasing a ghost. Second, it creates helplessness. If you believe you are facing a sentient opponent, your power is diminished. You become a victim of its whims. Your agency vanishes. Third, it distorts perception. When you view price action as a personal attack, you cannot see it clearly. A normal retracement feels like a targeted assault. A volatility spike feels like a trap set just for you. Your perception shrinks to the size of your own grievance. You stop reading the market. You start reading your own biography into every tick. The antidote is a shift in posture, from participant in a drama to observer of a process. Your new mantra is not a fighting slogan. It is a simple reminder. The market has no position on my existence. Before you assign a story to a move, before it's targeting my stop or it's giving me a chance, pause. Ask, what is actually happening? What are the pure price, volume, and time facts? Strip the narrative. Drain the emotion. See the event as a botanist sees a plant grow or a physicist sees an object fall. It is not good. It is not bad. It is data. This is the first non-negotiable step toward a disciplined mind. You must depersonalize the game before you can ever hope to master it. Abandoning this first lie is the beginning of real work. It clears the ground. But it is only the first layer. What replaces the story? What is the architecture of a mind that can consistently observe without distorting, act without personalizing, and navigate probability without creating an enemy? That is a deeper exploration, a systematic one. For now, just practice seeing the story when it arises. Ah, there it is, the old lie. And in that moment of recognition, you have already created a gap, a small silent space between you and the reaction. In that space, discipline becomes possible. The Codex Keeper.